Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elle, and today I'm going to be chatting about some sports romance wrecks. I love sports romances, and I just wanted to compile a list of some of my favorites. I think I posted a couple of videos that are more like niche tropes in sports romances, like specifically hockey or football or baseball or whatever, but I just wanted to compile a little list of some of my favorites. So let's get right into this video. The first book I'm going to talk about is Everything for You by Chloe Lee. This is a soccer romance, and it is a lot of fun. So the hero and the other hero are on the same soccer team, but they end up having to be co-captains together. And they just don't get along. So one of the heroes is super grumpy, and the other hero, who I think his name is like Oliver, he is the sunshiny one, and he just like loves life and it's just vibing, and the other hero is just super grumpy and, you know, doesn't want to co-captain with him. So they really have to like work through their problems, and, you know, the other hero the grumpy one starts getting, you know, catching feelings, and it is honestly so adorable. I love this romance so much. I loved how the grumpy hero really fit in with the Bergman brother family, like the Bergman family, and it was just hilarious. Some of the moments, like I think when they were like planning stuff as co-captains, like the Oliver wanted to go get like a coffee or something, and the other hero just got so annoyed. He was like, you know, you do not need a coffee right now, and just was like super grumpy. But I just remember really enjoying this one. I listened to it on audio. It was fantastic. Definitely go check this romance out. I love the Bergman family. It's one of my favorite series, the Best Found Family, and it's just so good. Then I have The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I love this romance. This is a hockey romance. So the heroine, she is a hockey player. She is actually the daughter of Garrett Graham. And the hero is also a hockey player, and he is a part of like the Briar team, and she goes to Briar. But at first when they meet, he thinks that she is a figure skater, and she's like, no, I'm actually a hockey player. But she like kind of tricks him into thinking that, you know, because he was being a little misogynistic, and she's like, I'm actually the daughter of Garrett Graham, and he's like, what? So they end up hanging out more because she needs a little extra help with some of her hockey like technique and stuff, and so they kind of start hanging out more and start this like situationship type thing, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this romance. I loved all of like the hockey aspects, and, you know, with Garrett, he is just hilarious. And I just love seeing like their romance, and they had such great banter, and all the moments of them training together was a lot of fun. This one is so good. I listened to it on audio. Definitely go check it out. Then I have the Windy City series by Liz Tom Ford. So each of the romances in this series are a different sport, except the like fourth book is going to be baseball again. So the first book is a hockey romance, and this one is like opposites attract. And the hero, you know, is kind of a player, and he is like going after the heroine. And so the first one is a hockey romance. Then the second one is a basketball romance, forced proximity, roommates, grumpy sunshine, a lot of fun, also fake dating. I love that one. Then the third one is Caught Up, and that is a baseball nanny single dad romance, and I love that one as well. And then the fourth book is coming out in July, and that is going to be another baseball romance. So the series is great. It is all set in Chicago, which is a lot of fun. And so each of the characters, it is, you know, companion standalones, and I just love all of these characters. They're so adorable, and their romances are amazing. I love Liz Tom Ford, and this series is amazing. If you have not read it, you really need to, because it's great. Then I have The Summer We Fell by Elizabeth O'Rourke. This is a angsty love triangle romance. So the heroine, she has known the hero like her whole life growing up, because the hero is best friends with her boyfriend when she was growing up, and so she ended up staying with her boyfriend's family as like a foster family because she just had a really bad home life and some abuse was happening, and so she needed to get out of that situation, and now she's staying with her boyfriend's family, and she is kind of starting to catch feelings for her boyfriend's best friend, but she feels obligated to stay with him because she's like, if I don't, you know, keep dating him, like, will they kick me out, kind of thing. And so she stays with him, and she starts catching feelings and starts, you know, like having a really strong bond with the other hero, and it's just so angsty. And so this deals with surfing. So the hero that she wants to be with, he is a professional surfer. So there's a lot of like surfing moments in this one, but it also has kind of a twist of like who she ends up with, and it was a lot of fun. I really like this one. I listened to it on audio. Teddy Hamilton narrates this one. It is so good if you want a really good angsty, pining, emotional romance, because this is perfect. Then I have Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is a rugby romance. So the heroine, she has a really bad home life, and she was actually bullied at her previous school, and so she's going to this new school, and on her first day she gets hit in the head, like the back of the head, with a rugby ball. And she is just like, what's happening? Like, am I being bullied again? That ended up being the hero Johnny hitting her in their head with a rugby ball. Well, it was totally on accident. So that's kind of their like meet cute, and then they start becoming really good friends and start forming a bond that just becomes unbreakable, and it is just adorable. I love this romance, but it does deal heavily with domestic abuse, and it, you know, is very heavy for the heroine, and we see the effects on her. And I just loved how Johnny was so supportive of the heroine and was just like there as support, and it was just such a beautiful romance. It deals with a lot of things, and I love the rugby aspects because it is set in Ireland, and it was a lot of fun. I love this one, but it is very emotional and darker, so definitely check the triggers for this one before you read it, but I love it. The next romance I have to talk about is Shattered Truth by Helena Hunting. This is a hockey romance. So the heroine is really struggling right now because she is dealing with a lot in her home life, and so she meets the hero randomly at like this like ice skating rink, and I think she is a figure skater and he is a hockey player, and so they kind of start hanging out, but it's like opposites attract, and she's also just dealing with a lot at home. And this is a really good hockey romance with some emotional angsty aspects of it. I really like this one. I listened to it on audio. It's a part of the like Hearts and Lies series by Helena Hunting. I love the rest of the books in the series as well. They're all hockey romances, but they all are very angsty, and they're just really good. So I really like this one. It's like opposites attract, very emotional because of the stuff the heroine is dealing with at home, but I really enjoyed this one. Then I have 5 Rounds by Nikki Castle. This is a MMA fighter romance, enemies to lovers. So the hero and heroine have always disliked each other, and the heroine is kicked out of her apartment. She needs somewhere to stay, and she decides to stay with her best friend, and he is rooming with the hero, and they are roommates, and so she has to stay with him for 2 weeks while her best friend is like out on a business trip. And the hero is a professional MMA fighter, and the heroine like will, I guess, train at the same gym as him. And so they just like butt heads all the time, and they kind of make a deal to kind of have like, they have so much chemistry and angst between each other to just kind of have a situationship, and it's a lot of fun. And I love seeing all like the training moments of them, and just like the fighting scenes are really fun, and I really like this one. If you like a good hate to love romance, because this one has a lot of hate to love, but it's a really fun, spicy romance. Then I have My Life in Shambles by Karina Halley. This is another rugby romance set in Ireland. So the heroine is going to Ireland for like kind of a vacation, and she meets this guy and doesn't realize at first that he's like a famous rugby player. And so they kind of form this connection, and he is like, I need to fake date you because of things that are going on at home. And so they start fake dating. I think it might be like fake engaged maybe. And they honestly start falling for each other. But she's like, I'm going back home, and this was supposed to be like, you know, a couple of weeks type thing. But she's really catching feelings for him. And it was really good. I like this one a lot. I love that he was like a famous rugby player, and she like had no idea about him, which I thought was really funny. But if you want a different type of sports romance with rugby and set in Ireland, very picturesque, I would pick this one up. Then I have a novella called Thin Ice by Cassie Mint. This is a coach romance. I think the heroine is a figure skater, but I read this on Kindle Unlimited and it was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a quick, short, age gap forbidden novella. So I really like this one if you want a fun, short, quick, spicy romance. Then I have the Off Balance series by Lucia Franco. This is a great series. It is very angsty, emotional, just deals with cheating. So the heroine, she wants to go to the Olympics as a gymnast, and so she is going to this new gym to work with one of the most well-renowned coaches in the gymnastics world, and that is the hero. And they butt heads a lot, and they kind of start having a secret affair, but he is in a relationship with someone else. So there is cheating involved in this one. This relationship spans 5 books. It is incredibly angsty and emotional because they just have such a connection with each other, but they can't cross that line. It's forbidden. There is a huge age gap in this one. Well, not huge, but I think it's like 10-ish years or maybe more. But it is really, really good. If you want a really good angsty romance where they are just meant to be together, but they can't, pick this one up. It's really good, but definitely check the triggers for this one because some people don't love this one. If you don't love angsty romances, I would not pick this one up, but I love this one, and I love seeing all of them, the scenes of them like training together and stuff, because it was really, really good. And the last book on this list is Waking Olivia by Elizabeth O'Rourke. This is a really unique, like, emotional, angsty romance. So the heroine is a star track athlete. She was in D1 at college. If you don't know what D1, it's like the best like level of sports you can be in. There's like D1, D2, and D3, I think. And so she was like the best of the best, but she had like an injury or something happened where she had to switch schools to a D2 school, and she's really struggling at the school. And the hero is the coach of the team, and he sees her struggles, and so they kind of start working together one-on-one. It is very angsty because she is also dealing with her own trauma of like she sleepwalks, and that's why she is really tired at practice sometimes, and so he starts helping her with that, and they really form a connection. But he, I think, is in a relationship with someone else, so they just like have this like insane chemistry and connection, but they can't be together because of like, it's just like a couple against the world kind of thing, and I love that in romances. So this is a favorite. I love that she like does track because that was so unique, and I've never read something like that. So this one is amazing if you want a really good angsty emotional romance. Pick this one up. Alright, well that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing me chat about some of my favorite sports romances. Definitely down below, let me know your favorite off this list, or if you have some recommendations of sports romances that you think I would love. I also love like Marina Zapata. She is amazing, and I've read Candy Steiner's sports romances, but I need some more recs, so definitely give me some. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations, oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you